Howdy, howdy! Welcome to Mo's World, the baseball podcast. We're excited to bring you another episode where we chat about baseball like a group of friends hanging out at the bar.
Awesome.
Your feedback is important to us, so please feel free to share your comments. If you enjoy the podcast, please spread the word to your friends. In our 16th episode, the Cy Young Award candidates, we want to express a big thank you to all our loyal listeners for your ongoing support. And for those that are new here, thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy the show. Well, today we ask the question, who will win the Cy Young Award in 2024 in the American and National Leagues? Alrighty, here is my list of candidates. In the American League, Tarik Skubal of the Detroit Tigers, starting pitcher. Seth Lugo of the Kansas City Royals, starting pitcher. Framber Valdez of the Houston Astros, starting pitcher. And Corbin Burnes of the Baltimore Orioles, starting pitcher. In the National League, we have Chris Sale of the Atlanta Braves, starting pitcher. And Zach Wheeler of the Philadelphia Phillies, starting pitcher. And Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants, starting pitcher. So my candidates are out there. Now let's take a closer look. In the American League, Tarik Skubal this year, his age 27 season with the Detroit Tigers is what they had imagined when they drafted him in 2018 in the 8th round out of Seattle. He debuted in Major League Baseball in 2020, but his performance was hampered by a flexor tendon surgery in 2023 and pretty much limited his pitching to a maximum of about 149 innings. However, in 2024, we've seen him fully recovered and highly motivated. Skubal has pitched already 185 innings, achieving a remarkable 17-4 record with a 2.48 ERA, giving up only 34 walks with a league-leading 221 Ks. Adding to his achievements, he hit 100 mile per hour for the first time in his career. He has kept the Orioles in 21 of 30 quality starts made. He is definitely my choice for the 2024 Cy Young winner in the American League with a 5.6 WAR. Next up, Seth Lugo with a 4.4 WAR. You know, you may say, Seth Lugo, wasn't he with the Mets? Yep, he's the same guy who started for the Mets and relieved. When Seth Lugo was traded from the Mets to the Padres, he became an exclusive starting pitcher. He had a decent year last year, and now has moved to another area code, joining the Kansas City Royals. While he may not have all the stats of a Cy Young winner, his importance to the Royals this year has been godly. Currently, he boasts a record of 16-9 with a 3.03 ERA with 204 innings pitched, leading the league in this category. He's given up 176 hits and has 178 strikeouts in 32 starts, also leading the league. He has been incredibly consistent this year, leading the league in quality starts with 22 out of 32. I don't think any Royals fan is going to be opposed to Seth Lugo winning the Cy Young. He's had a hell of a year. Now over in Houston, we've got Framber Valdez clocking in with a 3.7 WAR. How can a pitcher with 14-7 record, 285 ERA, and 27 starts, 11 of them quality starts, throwing 170.2 innings, only allowing 132 hits with 165 strikeouts, go unnoticed? I'm not sure, but Valdez is quietly proving himself as the Astros ace. This may be his best year yet in his 7th year with the Astros. Valdez in the last 30 days has only a 1-2 record, but he's got a 1.36 ERA over his last 5 starts, averaging 6.6 innings per start. It's definitely a great time of the year to be on a roll like him. Now, over in Baltimore, we've got Corbin Burnes with his 3.4 WAR. Now, Corbin Burnes has been just what the Orioles envisioned when he was brought over to Baltimore from the Brewers. After spending his entire career with Milwaukee, he was welcomed as the ace the Orioles desired. His consistent work has produced a 15-8 record with a 2.95 ERA. He's thrown 22 out of 31 quality starts over 189 and a third innings, only giving up 163 hits with 172 Ks. Burnes has been in the same kind of funk as the Orioles were in his past 15 games, as he's only 6-6 with a 4.01 ERA, having been hit hard at times. The Orioles hope to snap the streak as they prepare for the playoffs. Another good year, but just short of the Cy Young this year. Who else was in the running? We have Ronel Blanco of the Astros, Bruce Miller from the Mariners, Cole Ragans of the Royals, Logan Webb of the Royals, Luis Castillo of the Mariners, George Kirby of the Mariners, Jose Berrios of the Blue Jays, and Pablo Lopez of the Twins, and leading us up to Tanner Houck of the Red Sox. Now, some of those guys, they made a good rotation. All of them had great years, and the Mariners had a few players on this themselves, which to me, looking at the Mariners starters, leading the MLB in ERA with 3.43 and innings pitched at 9.07, how did they not make the playoffs? I don't know. I think the Mariners better take a good look at their offense and their coaching this coming year. We may see some changes. Now, over in the National League, we've got Chris Sale leading at a 6.4 WAR. Not even Alex Anthopoulos thought that he'd be getting this kind of Chris Sale in the offseason trade with the Red Sox. Sale has had 7 consecutive top 10 finishes in the American League Cy Young voting from 2012 to 2018. But injuries and a shortened seasons kept the All-Star from being on the field in most recent years. Feeling healthy and ready to show his new team, the Atlanta Braves, he still has it, Sale has been incredibly consistent all year. Currently with a record of 18-3 with a 2.38 ERA, he has started 29 games and thrown 177 and 2/3 innings, only giving up 141 hits with a league-leading 225 Ks. Sale has thrown 18 of 29 quality starts, which shows his consistency all season. He most definitely is our walkaway winner of the Cy Young Award. Congratulations, Chris Sale, on an awesome year, and he's currently enjoying a streak of 6-0 and 1.46 ERA over the past month. Chris Sale is my choice as the 2024 Cy Young Award winner. Now, Zach Wheeler with a 5.5 WAR. There's a lot of Philly fans out there that's going to be debating me over my selection. Now, Wheeler is showing in his 5th season with the Phillies that he is a force to be reckoned with. At 16-7 with a 2.56 ERA in 30 starts, throwing 193 and 2/3 innings, giving up only 136 hits while striking out 213. He's had a great year. He's also had 25 of 31 quality starts, leading the league. Wheeler is entering his big salary years with the Phillies as he is under contract until 2027 at $42 million a year. His consistency is what the Phillies have been riding this year. especially in the last month, as Wheeler has improved to 4-1 with a 185 ERA and 5 starts consisting of 39 innings and 43 Ks, as the Phillies continue to lean on him down the stretch. Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants has produced a 3.2 WAR, and it's been a great year. Consistent in the rotation, his durability has enabled him to start 31 games with a 12-10 record and a 3.58 ERA. He's thrown 198.2 innings as he has kept the Giants in many of his starts. It's a good season, but not quite enough for this year's Cy Young. Others in the running were Aaron Nola of the Phillies, Jack Flaherty of the Dodgers, Shota Imanaga of the Cubs, and Michael King of the Padres. Now, in Cy Young Award candidates, the innings thrown, innings pitched is a major consideration of a candidate, I feel. Sale at 177 and Wheeler is at 193 innings. You know, this could be the difference in voting, but I'm going to stick with Sale. But that's a big, when you're talking that kind of a difference, 20 innings. 20 innings basically relates to 3 games pitched on improving his stats. So that could be the game changer right there. And I'm good with that, but, I'm sticking with Sale. Now, Cy Young Award candidates ERA. I don't know. I'm still sticking with ERA as well. I think it's a good player, and Chris Sale has been leading in ERA all season, as Zach Wheeler is close to a close second with 2.56. What a nice first-year starter Michael King has made for the San Diego Padres. He recorded the 4th ERA, the top 4th, at 3.04. And with Dylan Cease also in the top 10 at 3.42, the Padres have really improved their starters this season. No wonder they're riding them, right? Now, Cy Young Award candidates with pitches per inning. I find this stat interesting. Pitches per inning. Kind of gives you an idea who can go longer in the game using pitch counts, and Logan Gilbert led the majors in conserving his pitches per inning with only 14.58 pitches per inning. Framber Valdez was third with 14.7. Sonny Gray was on the list at 14.9. And then we had Tarek Skubal in there at 14.94 pitches averaged throughout the year. That's an important stat now because everybody's counting innings pitched, right? And everybody's counting pitches. So who's the best, right? Now, Cy Young candidates with Ks per 9 innings. This is always a big number, right? Chris Sale leading the league with 11.40 Ks per 9. And surprisingly, Sonny Gray with 10.98. You wouldn't think of Sonny Gray as a strikeout pitcher. Not at all. So Ks per 9 innings is another kind of cool one because these are the guys that can reach back for a little extra when they need a strikeout to end a threat. And my favorite one personally for a Cy Young candidate is quality starts. So Zach Wheeler, 25 quality starts. Awesome. Corbin Burns, 22. Logan Gilbert, 22. Seth Lugo, 22. Tarek Skubal, 21. That is a very important stat. You want your ace to keep you in the game, and these guys have all done that. So quality starts to me is a great indicator of consistency. And looking at this list, I'd have to agree. They're almost a list of all our Cy Young Award candidates. So now, this is an excellent award, and I'm so glad they have reliever awards now. In the American League, it's appropriately called the Mariano Rivera Award. In the National League, it's the Trevor Hoffman Award. Because I struggle trying to put a reliever in for Cy Young. I know how important they are, but, it's not really quite the same, This isn't like a reliever from the 70s or even the 80s. throwing over 100 innings in multiple games. These guys throw 60 games and they throw 60 innings. They come in just to close. So I can't do it. I can't give him a Cy Young over a starting pitcher. But a reliever award, awesome idea. So in the American League, I've got Emmanuel Clase from the Cleveland Guardians running away with it. He's got my vote. Second up is Josh Hader of the Houston Astros. Kirby Yates, awesome year from the Texas Rangers. Others in the running were Mason Miller of the A's, Hunter Gaddis of the Guardians, and Andres Munoz of the Mariners. In the National League, the winner of the Trevor Hoffman Award goes to, drumroll please, Ryan Hensley of the St. Louis Cardinals. And following him up is Raciel Iglesias of the Atlanta Braves, Kyle Finnegan of the Washington Nationals. Others in the running were Robert Suarez of the Padres, Ryan Walker of the Giants, Andrew Kittredge of the Cardinals, Tyler Rogers of the Giants, and Tanner Scott of the Padres. Now, in the American League, Emmanuel Clase, to say he had a dominant year is not doing him justice. In his fourth season with the Guardians, he has established himself as an elite closer. In 310 career innings, he has only yielded 219 hits, making you think of another elite closer who is not too bad either, who the award is named for, Mariano Rivera. So Clase this year is 4-2 with a 0.63 ERA, pitching 71 and a third innings, giving up only 37 hits, 5 earned runs. He's got 46 saves and 49 opportunities in 71 games. His consistency and performance is what makes the Guardians a tough team to beat, especially when holding the lead entering the 8th inning. He is looking for his third in a row in leading the American League in saves, passing his career high of 44 from last year. As the Guardians anticipate the playoffs, they will be relying on Clase to continue his dominant performance as well. He is my choice as the 2024 Mariano Rivera Award winner in the American League. And finishing second at voting would have to be Josh Hader with his 1.1 WAR. We are all aware of the dominating presence Hader can be on the mound. This year was another for the Astros as he had 33 of 37 save opportunities. At 8-8, 367 ERA, he was a little inconsistent at times, throwing 68 and 2/3 innings in 69 games, giving up only 41 hits while striking out 101. And this may be a new name for you, Kirby Yates, who is completing his 10th season in the majors and recently traded to the Padres. It may be his finest season yet. At 37, he is 7-2, 121 ERA, appearing in 59 games and throwing 59 and 2/3 innings, while only giving up 23 hits and 84 Ks. His consistency is what the Padres traded for, and they are not being disappointed. Perfect timing, as he is a free agent next year. Over in the National League, we were led by Ryan Helsley, 2.8 WAR. Helsley put together a very successful season for the Cardinals at 7-4, 209 ERA in 63 games, pitching 64 and 2/3 innings. With 77 Ks, he produced a major league leading 47 saves out of 51 chances. He is in his 6th season with the Cards and has quietly improved each year in the majors. This year was the most he's been used in his career, and he sure has rewarded the Cards with consistency. I am impressed that when a reliever just doesn't give up home runs, and Ryan has only given up 3 this year. At age 30, he's no kid, but he's really starting to pitch. congrats on what should be his first Trevor Hoffman Award for relievers. Now, down in Atlanta, the Atlanta Braves' Raisel Iglesias he's been deadly this year. The Braves are trying to fend off the Mets for the third and last wild card spot. And Iglesias is coming off in August where he won National League Reliever of the Month. But he, along with the Braves, have been struggling of late. He is 1-1 with a 9.64 ERA in his past 15 days. In only 4.2 innings, he has been hit hard at 8 hits, 5 runs, and 1 save and 1 opportunity. For the year, he has appeared in 59 games. He's 5-2 with a 1.87 ERA. Now, he's saved 31 of 34 games, and I believe he just loses out on the Trevor Hoffman Award. Final thoughts? Some of the non-closer bullpen roles have been filled to the max this year. For example, has anyone noticed the outstanding year that Ryan Walker is having with the Giants? He ranks in top 3 in innings pitched with 71, has a record of 9-4, an impressive 1.96 ERA as he's appeared in 74 games, accumulating 99 strikeouts with only 17 walks, and he has 21 holds. In his second year with the Giants, he's been exclusively used out of the bullpen and has excelled. In late August, the Giants decided to move him into the closer role over Camilo Doval. He was a little shaky in getting 9 out of 13 saves, but keep an eye on him next year. When it comes to considering relievers for the Cy Young, like I said, it's always been a challenge unless they're having an exceptional year. That's the importance of the Mariano Rivera Award and the Trevor Hoffman Award. They definitely offer solutions in recognizing outstanding relief pitchers. As bullpens are now so constructed so differently, with pitchers specializing in various roles, the importance of these awards are clearer than ever. Me, personally, I support a return to a 7-inning starter and limiting the number of bullpen relievers to 2 per game. Having 4 setup men, a closer, and 2 long relievers in the bullpen would be beneficial in my book. This arrangement could help restore balance and strategy to the game. Well, it should be an interesting selection this year. The top pitchers were vital for their teams, especially in the last month. That's about it for our Cy Young Award candidate episode. I hope you enjoyed our 16th episode of Mo's World, the baseball podcast. Don't forget, we release new episodes every Friday, each about 20 minutes long. Thank you for listening, and please spread the word to your friends. Keep an eye out for next week's episode, The Playoffs. In the meantime, ask yourself, whose world is it? It's Mo's World.